Hello friends, I am Ganesh Kekan. In this video, we will solve one problem on pentagonal plane. Okay, let us read out the problem statement first. What is given? A pentagonal plate of side 50 mm is resting on one of its edges in HP. So resting condition is given. Pentagonal plate having side 50 mm is resting on HP. So when object is resting on HP, then condition given is theta plane and phi edge. Okay, then with that edge making an angle of 50 degree with VP. So that edge means what? Resting edge is making 50 degrees. So phi edge is how much? 50 degree with VP. ठीक है. Now theta plane क्या दिया है? The plane is inclined to 30 degree to HP. So inclination of plane with HP is 30 degree. Draw the projections of plane using first angle method of projection. Okay. Now see. क्या बोला है यहाँ पे पेंटागोनल प्लेट ऑफ साइड 50 mm. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, पेंटागन कैसे ड्रॉ करेंगे? गो फॉर पॉलीगॉन, नंबर ऑफ साइड्स विल बी 5, एंटर पॉलीगॉन बाय एज, ऑर्थो मोड शुड बी ऑन. देखिए, सो क्लिक हियर, side is how much? 50, enter. So in this way you can have pentagon. Now as pentagon is resting on one of its edges in HP, so initially we will assume that complete pentagon is there in HP, so that top view becomes pentagon, front view becomes line view. Okay, so I will draw pentagon here like this. Pentagon is ABCDE, side is equal to 50 mm. Okay, then we will have XY line above the pentagon. Then we will draw projectors. 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, so यहाँ पे points are A dash comma B dash, then C dash comma E dash and D dash. Okay, so as it is resting on one of its edge, you see it is resting on edge AB, because on opposite side there is a corner. So let us assume that it is resting on edge AB. Okay, so this is your step number 1. Now second step is theta plane. Theta plane कितना दिया है? Plane is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So what we will do, now you see what we have done, we have introduced points there. ठीक है, you see, go for points. ठीक है, and you can put multiple points wherever you want. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे purposefully I have placed point at C dash comma E dash. A dash comma B dash and D dash are end corners, and C dash comma E dash is there somewhere in between. So what we will do, we will copy this line view along with points. We will copy this line view along with points. ठीक है, then we will copy this and we will place it here on XY line itself. ठीक है, then we need to rotate this. A dash B dash should be resting point, and this line view has to be rotated by 30 degree, because surface is making an angle of 30 degree. So what we do, we rotate this view by keeping A dash B dash as a base point, and angle of rotation will be 30 degree. So it becomes like this. This is step 2. Okay, now in this case we will draw projections. 1, this is 2, this is 3, और यहाँ से कितने? 1 2 3 4 and 5. ठीक है, locate all the points. All the points are A, B, C, D and E. ठीक है, once you locate all these points, join these points. ठीक है, so when play surface is making 30 degree, in top view you can see shape is distorted. Initially shape was like this, now shape is pentagon itself, but it is distorted by some extent. You see this shape is different than this one. ठीक है, तो this is step number 2. And last step is what? Phi edge. ठीक है, resting edge is making an angle of 50 degree with VP. Resting edge कौन सा है? AB is resting edge. ठीक है, so in step 2 you can see this is my top view, this is AB. How much it is, how much is the inclination with XY? Right now it is perpendicular 90 degree. So angle of this should be how much? 50 degree. 50 degree with VP. तो अगर right now angle is 90 degree, final angle should be 50 degree. So this has to be rotated. This object has to be rotated by what angle? By 40 degree. So I will copy this complete object. ठीक है, I will copy this object. I will place it here. Then what? Right leg rotate. Point, base point for rotation will be point A. ठीक है, और कितना rotate करोगे? You will rotate object by 40 degree, so that this angle becomes 50 degree. ठीक है, so 40 degree in clockwise means minus 40 degree. ठीक है, then draw all the projectors like this. ठीक है, all 5 projectors. यहाँ से 1 2 and this thing is 3. locate all the points. This is A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, and E dash. Once you locate all these points, join all points. So this will be your front view for pentagon. Okay, where AB is making an angle of 50 degree. So you can see this pentagonal plate is resting on HP on edge AB. Then it is resting on edge AB and surface is inclined at 30 degree. Okay, resting on edge AB, and this resting edge is making an angle of 50 degree with VP. Okay, so this is your complete solution. I hope you understood the problem. Thank you.